Lester Ricard Jr. and Barak Lurie are both fathers of young athletes, and they say the low risk of children getting brain damage from physical sports is definitely there, but that it's not enough to keep kids from playing the sports that they love. And both of y'all acknowledge that, clearly anything that you do that's active and involves running around and the potential of bumping into each other, uh, there are risks involved in it. You're
Yeah.
just looking at it in terms of, what is the risk versus the rewards.
Yeah, absolutely. I look at football as a sport that teaches character. It teaches a sense of toughness. I mean, I'm a product of what football has done. And then also as a former football coach, I see the opportunities as giving young men to make it out the situations they're in. And those values and characteristics, they carry for the rest of your life, and there's nothing you can do in this world without learning a sense of how to work with one another, whether it's in the classroom, whether it's, want to be a doctor one day. You've got to learn how to work with the team. And I think those values that teach them at a young age, I think it really carries you for the rest of your life.
We're talking about football in particular. Do you think the changes that are happening in the game now uh, to eliminate targeting, the improvements in techniques, the improvements in equipment and all, are those moving in the right direction?
I really believe so. I wish I was playing quarterback during this era where you couldn't really hit him as much. But I really believe with the technology with equipment, shoulder pads, helmets, the NFL has really make a conscious effort with the NFL Play 60 and tackling to really teach the skills of how to do it. Because I really believe, football is one of those things that, you have to do it with repetition. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, and I don't want to sound insensitive to what you all have gone through, but I just know the values of what football brings to you, and really just being a part of a team and being coached. It's nothing else out there like it that you can really learn those values.
Yeah. But what's your thought about this?
Yeah, in addition to what Lester was saying, I think that it teaches cooperation, it teaches you teamwork, a discipline, and a sense of pushing yourself. These are all very powerful lessons for a young child to learn. I do want to make a distinction because I think football has it's very different than the other contact sports that we're talking about. Football, you use your head offensively. You're going to be using your head. And you're going to hit somebody with it, and they're going to hit you with it. Whereas with lacrosse and hockey and otherwise, it's only there. It might happen, yes, but it's not the purpose of the game. So you're going to have a lot more impact with that at night. And again, my great condolences to you. But the risks of that, I think it's 1 out of 1,000 that your child will get a concussion in any particular game. Now, to me, that's an acceptable risk. It may not be to some other people, but you also have to compare it to other sports, and for that matter, other aspects of life. Driving, you can get a concussion too. Just going on a bicycle, which we all want to have our kids do, and just walking sometimes, or playing tennis. These are things that happen not just in contact sports, it's the risk of life, just proceeding with life.
And I want to add to that as well. I fear my son running around the playground, running into another one of his friends unprotected more than I do him being protected with a football helmet, with a short helmet on.
If I can touch on the risk thing, and this is really where I see, as a parent, it is our responsibility to manage risk, to ensure that our kids are safe. So you talk about riding a bicycle. 1 in 100 kids every year gets injured, needs medical treatment for riding a bicycle.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.